guys, welcome to Carrie's Pilates Room. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a prenatal yoga flow. This is all levels and trimesters friendly. This is also great for beginners or someone who's looking for a feel-good yoga flow. So go ahead and grab a mat and grab a water, and if you have a hard time balancing, just stand near a wall. Alright, so we're going to start in easy pose, sitting up tall, and we're going to find our breath. Bring the hands by the side. We're going to inhale, reach the hands above the head, and exhale the hands down to heart center. Again, inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale the hands down to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale the hands down. Good. Sitting up tall, energy through the crown of the head, energy through the sit bones, belly button pulled in tight. Sitting up tall. Let's drop our head to the right and to the left. Good. Let's use a supported hand to give it a little deeper stretch. And switch. Good. From here, let's do 2 circles each way with the head. Still sitting up tall. Reverse the circles. Belly button is pulled in tight. Good. And then we're going to place the hands behind your head, sitting up tall. Keeping the right sit bone on the mat. We're going to inhale, go over to the left. Exhale, back up to center. Other side. Inhale, left sit bone stays glued to your mat. And then exhale, back up. Inhale, thinking of going up and over. Belly button is in tight. You should feel that oblique start turning on. And exhale. Again, inhale, up and over. Left sit bone is heavy. Energy's lifting up and over. Exhale to the center. One more each way. Inhale, lift up and over. Exhale to the center. Last time. Inhale, lift up and over. Exhale to the center. We're going to give our spine a twist. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, twist. Again, inhale. Exhale, belly button is pulled in tight. Last time, inhale. Exhale, stay lifted. And back to the center. Hands go down to the side. We're going to inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Exhale, bend. Press that left sit bone into the mat. Inhale, reach. And exhale up. This should feel good. And you'll start feeling those little pinches strengthening the sides of your body. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, bend your top arm. Inhale, reach. Right sit bone is pressing down. Don't let it come off the floor. And exhale up. Good. Inhale, up and over. The gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend. Stomach is in tight. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend. Press that sit bone down. Reach. And very good. Last time. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. And exhale. So good. Go ahead and sit on your knees. Curl your toes under. Stretch your feet out. Some of you might not feel this, and some of you might feel this right away. If it gets too intense, you can bring your hands down to the floor. Try to stay lifted. Belly button is in tight. Shoulders are over the hips. Let's reach around. Grab the hands together, opening your chest. This is good for anyone who slouches, who normally sits like this. We're doing the opposite and lifting through the sternum. Squeeze the scapulas together. Now try to lift the hands just a little bit. Be gentle. Nothing too crazy right now. Good. go down. Let's inhale, reach the hands above the head. And exhale the hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, finding our breath still. And exhale the hands down. So good. Uncurl the toes. Good. We're going to reach the hands behind your back one more time. Do one more lift, squeeze the scapulas. Let your head and focus go up towards the ceiling. You can take it as far as you want to, and then come back up. Very good. Go on to tabletop or onto all fours. I would like the wrists under the shoulders, elbows are soft, knees are under the hips, belly button's pulled in. Go ahead and sink into your scapulas so you know what that feels like. That's what we don't want. Now press the hands away from the floor. That's what we want. Again, relax into those shoulders. This is where we go when we get tired normally. We want to really work away from that, pressing the ground away from our hands, pressing through the shoulders. Now let your belly go. Now pull your belly button in tight. That's what we want. Pressed away, belly button in tight. Let's go ahead and start with some cat and cows. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, lift the sit bones. Exhale, round through the upper back. Chin goes to chest. Again, inhale, I like to bend my elbows to get to cow. And exhale, cat. Belly button pulls in, tuck the sacrum under. Chin goes to chest. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now I kind of like to rock back and forth. Feel where I'm tight. Good. Just getting all the kinks out of your body. There's no rules to this. Let's bring the right shoulder to the right hip, making that U shape. And other side. Twist. Good. Again, right shoulder to the right hip. And twist to the other side. Good. Now I want you to bring your hands out just a few inches in front where they were. We're going to go ahead and sit back just as much as your belly will let you. If you're in your third trimester, you're not going to sit back very far at all. If you're in your first trimester, you might be here. It's a parallel child's pose. We're going to round through the shoulders, going into a soft cobra pose. Belly is lifted though. We're not putting any weight on your stomach. Shoulders are soft. Shoulders are rolling down the spine. Shoulders are squeezing together and elbows are softly bent. Again, we're going to press back through that parallel child's pose. Just round through that upper back, create space in those ribs. And then rounding forward, round as much as you can. Take your time. We're never rushed. Lifting the sternum. You can kind of rock your shoulders out. Let's roll the shoulders down the spine. Elbows are soft. Let's do it. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. As we exhale, let's round back through, taking a child's pose. So knees apart, toes together. Knees are about as wide as your mat. Let's press or reach our hands through. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Come back up to all fours. Actually, go ahead and sit on your heels. Let's just stretch our wrists out. So place the top of your hands, press them down, softly bend the elbows. It's just a little feel-good stretch. And let's flip, fingers facing your body, bend the elbows. Good. Circle the wrists out and reverse. Perfect. Back onto all fours. So wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, press away from the ground. Belly button is pulled up and in tight. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm, the left leg, just to the mat. Exhale, lifting up. Let's hold it here. I want you to think of reaching your arm forward, your leg back, so almost like you're being pulled in two different directions. That's gonna turn those abs on. That's gonna turn everything, just start making everything burn. Inhale, hold, and exhale, coming down. Other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. Find your balance. If you are afraid you're gonna fall, just keep your hand on the floor. Let's hold it. Again, being pulled in two different directions. Feel that lower, even your lower back start working. Your right glute is turned on. Your right shoulder is pressed away from the floor. Inhale and exhale down. Again, inhale, reach the right arm to the left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach farther. Exhale, hold. Press your hand away from the ground. Check. Belly button's pulled in tight. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find the connection of the abs pulling in tight. 3 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lift. Inhale, 2. Exhale, touch. If you can, don't force it. 1 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, lift 1 more time. Let's lift this left leg up 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Good, you guys, other side. Inhale, reach the right leg, the left arm. Find your posture. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach farther, and exhale, hold. Inhale, reach again. Exhale, touch the elbow and knee together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. 3, taking your time, and exhale. 2, exhale. Right hand is pushing away from the floor. Remember, I told you when you get tired, you'll start sinking. Don't let that happen. Hold it right here. And we lift that right leg up 5 times. Lift it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Good job, you guys. Let's thread the needle. Let's lift the left arm up. Follow the gaze. Exhale, bring that hand through your right. Twist. You're in kind of a puppy pose shape. And coming back on all fours. The right arm this time. Inhale, reach it up to the ceiling. Looking at your hand. Pressing your left hand away from the floor. Exhale, bring it through. Good, you can bend that elbow. There we go. Should feel so good on the sides of your body. Very good, you guys. Stretch the wrists out 1 more time. And I'm gonna grab a drink because I'm getting a little winded, believe it or not. And we're gonna go into a downward facing dog. So, going back to on all fours. Walk your hands out in front just a little bit again. Curl the toes under. Belly button is pulled in tight and lift up to your downward facing dog. If your mat feels slippery, my trick is to get a wet washcloth and just wipe it down and you'll feel that grip. Okay, so we're in our downward facing dog. Now I want your knees soft, nothing too intense right now. Pressing the shoulders down, lifting the sacrum up. I don't want you here. The weight is in my hands, your back is rounded. The weight is evenly in between your hands and your feet. Heels are lifted. If you can bring your heels down, that's fine. If you can, but I want this to be a feel-good stretch. Let's walk out our dog. Bend the right knee, and then bend the left knee. Good, again, bend the right knee, pressing the shoulders down, and bend the left knee. Good, this time we're gonna bend the right knee and drop your right shoulder. Look underneath your armpit and switch. So bend your left knee, drop your left shoulder, look under the right armpit. One more time. So you're just twisting that downward dog. Finding where you're tight, finding what you like. Good. Going back just to a regular downward dog. Press the shoulders down, lifting the sacrum up. Seeing if you can get the heels a little lower. We're gonna place the left foot in the center. We're gonna lift that right leg up. And you can go ahead and lift your hips. We're not gonna be a perfect three-legged dog. I'm gonna let you stack the hips up. Bring the heel to your glute and open that knee up towards the ceiling. Good. We're gonna bring the knee into the chest as tight as you can. You might touch your knee to your forehead. You might just bring it in, going to a pigeon pose. Now, if you feel too tight right here, grab a pillow or a mat, roll it up, and put it underneath that right glute. So actually, I'll show you. Go ahead and hold it right here. You can just place something under that right glute. That feels so good just to get everything turned on. If you're not tight or you're more advanced, you don't need that pillow. Go ahead and hang out right here. Good. I like to twist my shoulders, rock everything out, kind of feel what feels good. Remember, there's no rules. It's all just what your body needs, what your body's craving, what you like. Of course, being safe, but you don't have to be perfect. You can rock and move around. We're gonna bring the hands behind you just a little bit. They're gonna be on the mat just to the edges. Lift the heart up, lift the head, belly button is in tight. Good, and exhale down. Bring the hands in front of you. You're gonna bend the elbows. You're gonna lay over that pigeon. If your stomach is big and you're in the third trimester and that feels uncomfortable, going out to the left, straight arms reaching out to the left, it's gonna create a pocket space for your belly. You can try both ways. They both feel so good. Let's inhale and exhale. Good, come back up. If it is in your practice and you're a little more advanced, you want to work on your king pigeon, bend that left knee with your left hand, reach for it. If you're a beginner, don't worry about doing this. We're just going to give you a little extra thigh stretch for whoever wants it. Pull that in tight as you can, but gently. Don't force it. Good, and let it go. Curl your toe under. Place the hands on the ground. Lift the sacrum up to a downward facing dog. Run out that downward dog again. You can move your hips again. Find what you like. Place the right leg in the center. Lift the left leg up. We can open that hip. This is a feel-good stretch right now. Bend the knee, heel goes towards the glute. Open the hips. Inhale and exhale. High half toe. Bring the left knee towards the chest. Round over the shoulders, going into your pigeon. Remember to modify it. Place something under that left glute. It'll stack you up higher. Or you can not use it. Again, kind of rock it out. See where it feels like the most intense part of your stretch, and then that's where I like to hold it. Or see where it feels the best. Maybe you're just looking for everything that just feels yummy on your body. Bring your hands slightly behind you onto the mat. Lift the heart, lift the sternum, lift the head, creating space in the front of your body. And back up. Normally, or a lot of people I notice are hunched over. We're like this a lot in daily life. So when we can lift and open, it's going to train our body to stand up with good posture in regular life. Bring the hands in front of you. Bend the elbows. Lay over that pigeon. Again, if your belly is really big, bring the hands to the right and reach it over. Stretch it over to the right. A few more breaths. Good, coming back up. If it is in your practice and you want to get a little deeper stretch, we're going to grab the right foot, top of the foot with the right hand, and pull it in. If this is too much, you can take a downward dog or a child's pose. Perfect, letting go. Curl the toe under, plant the hands into the ground. Belly button is in tight. Lift up to a downward facing dog. And go ahead and run that dog out again. Everything is just feeling good and yummy. We're gonna walk our feet to our hands in 4, 3, 2, and you might be bending your knees right here. Heels are hip distance apart. Hands are just by the sides of your feet. Drop the head. Good. We're gonna halfway lift. Try to straighten the legs just a little bit. You might be coming up to here for a halfway lift. Or here, hands on your shins. Or you might be more like here. You go to where you need to. Round over again. Hold on to the elbows and just swing everything out. We're going to a ragdoll. Just kind of sway back and forth. Feels good. Hands down. Let's bend the right knee. Try to straighten that left knee. And switching sides. Again, switch. And switch. Hands on your hips. Let's go ahead and roll everything up. Belly button is in tight. Standing up nice and tall for our mountain pose. Good. Feeling grounded into the earth. Inhale, reach the hands above the head, finding your breath. Exhale, the hands go down to heart center. Again, inhale, reaching up. Don't touch the hands this time. We're going to go into our chair pose. Exhale, going into chair. Think of tucking the hips under. Knees are over the toes. You don't want to be too much either way. Good. Shoulders are pressing down and hands are pressing back. Good. If you feel like you don't have great balance here, just place one hand onto the wall. You can bring your hands in prayer or you can reach your arms up. Good. Pressing your hands back. Shoulders are pressing down. Heavy in your left foot. Try to go to a high half toe with your right foot. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to your chair and other side. Good. Heavy in your right foot. Try to lift your left heel. Good. Back to the center. Go ahead and stand up tall. Inhale, reaching up. This time, touch your thumbs to your forehead and looking back just a little bit. Opening that heart. Good. We're going to come all the way down to a forward fold. Good. Again, bend your knees if you need to. Halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Place the hands into the floor. Let's lunge, going into a high lunge. Bring your left foot back into your high lunge. Rocking back and forth, opening the hips. Good. Let's go to a low lunge. Again, if you have blocks at home and this is too tight for you, put your hands on the blocks. If you feel like you need to use the wall for your balance, that's a great place too, and then you can go up a little higher if you're really tight or you don't have good balance. Hold it. Let's place our hands on our hips. We're going to press our hips down, lifting through our chest. Eyes go up towards the ceiling. Good. And place your hands back down, going into a half split. Straighten the right leg. And then slowly trying to bring the forehead to the shin. Trying to pull that right hip back this way into place. Again, into your low lunge. Place the hands on your knee this time. And then think of like pushing your knee away from you, lifting the chest, hand on a wall if you feel like you're gonna fall. Lengthen that spine. Good. Hands back down. Curl your left toe under. Straighten to a high lunge. Straighten your right leg, bring your left foot a little closer. If your back knee needs to be bent, it can. Try to bring the head towards the shin. Pull that right hip back into place. Turn your left foot out for triangle pose. We're going to bring your hand on your shin, reaching your left hand up. Now, if you feel like you're going to fall, go by a wall. If you can, focus is up towards your left hand. To make it advanced, you place your right hand behind your right foot. Stomach is in tight. You can choose where you want to go. Bend your right knee and slowly make your way up to warrior two. Hips are facing me. Right foot is turned this way. Left foot is towards me again. Good. Going low. Pulling up and in. Feel that pelvic floor being turned on. Belly button's in tight. Ribs are off the waist. Shoulders are pressing down. Look towards that right hand. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse your warrior. Palm goes up. Right palm goes up. Reach it up and over. Exhale. Let's go a little deeper. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hold. Bend your right elbow. Place it onto your knee. Left hand reaches up and over. Feel that stretch in that left oblique. Reaching up and over. Turn your body back down to a high lunge. Good. We're going to go back to a standing fold. Now we're going to bring the toes out, bring the heels out, bring the toes out. So I want your heels on the mat, your toes are off, hands on your hip. We're going to lift all the way up. Good, so you stay facing this way. I'm going to face you so you can see what it looks like. We're going to go into a yogi squat. Place the hands on your inner thighs. Bend your knees. Follow your hands all the way down your legs to go into your yogi squat. If this feels too intense, roll up a mat, place it underneath both heels. That's going to lift you up a little higher and give you a little more space. Good, so we're right here. Again, I rock it out. I never really hold still in my poses. I like to find space and feel what feels good, what my body likes. So, sometimes I'm wearing you, sometimes I'm not. Bring your right hand down. Reach the left arm up and over. Feel that side stretch. and bring your hand down. Left hand goes down, press your knee out. Right hand lifts up and over. And back to a prayer. Press your knees out. Sitting up tall, energy through the crown of the head, energy through the sit bones. We want to create a straight line with our spine. Beautiful. I know you'll start to feel it. It feels like a stretch at first, and then a strength by the end of this posture. Hands on the floor, lift the hips up. Your feet are still turned out. Shake your hips out right and left. Belly buttons in tight. Good. Let's heel toe our feet out a little farther. So we're in a wide forward fold. Go ahead and go as low as you can. I like to keep rocking my hips out. Walk your hands, and your feet are just turned out slightly. Walk your hands to the right leg. Try to pull your head onto the shin. And switch. To the center. Hands on your hips. Halfway lift. Lift all the way up. Good. Turn your feet out. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. And exhale, the hands down to heart. You can stay there. I'm going to turn to face you. Again, inhale, reach the hands up above the head. Exhale, bend your knees as you bring your hands down into goddess. Good. Lifting, squeezing, heels pressing down, knees pressing out. We're going to hold this. Your inner thighs will start to feel it. Good. We're going to do 10 pulses down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten. Inhale, reach the hands above your head. Exhale, bend into goddess. Hold it here for 5. Breathing, lifting, 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten. We have that. One more time. Lift. Hands go to heart. Bend the knees wide. Press the heels down. Knees don't roll in. They're pressing out. Turn those inner thighs on. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Very good. Place your hands on your knees and drop it down. Go ahead and press each shoulder forward. So my hip just adjusted when I came here. It felt so good. If your hips open, give a little pop, a little crack. It's just your body opening, replacing it where it should be. Feeling good. Good. And go ahead and stand up. Let's bring the feet in just a tiny bit. Hands behind the back. Squeeze the hands together. We're gonna halfway forward fold. Lift your hands up. Now go all the way over. Nice and slow. Hang right here. Feels so good in your shoulders. Belly buttons in tight. Perfect. Hands go to the center. Heel toe your feet all the way back to parallel, just an inch apart. Now this time, we're gonna bring our right leg back to a high lunge. Rock it back and forth. Find what feels good. Taking your time. Drop down to your knee for a low lunge. Let's place your hands on your hips. Press the hips forward. Good, rolling those shoulders down the back. Lift the chest up. Belly button's in tight. You should feel that right psoas through the hip flexor, through the quad, feeling that stretch. When you're pregnant, our hip flexors get tight. We need to stretch and open those babies. Hands go back down to a low lunge. Half split, straighten your left leg. You can hold it here. If you want, you can take it farther. Head towards the shin. Finding your breath, feeling the stretch. Back to your low lunge. Left hand on your knee. Right hand on your knee. Push your knee away from you. Again, if you don't have good balance, hold on to a wall. If you're not flexible, hold on to a wall or use your blocks. Lift your chest, lengthen. And coming back down. Curl your toe under for a high lunge. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right leg a little closer. Good. You can stay right here, or you can bring your head towards the shin. Turn your right toe out. Triangle pose. Left hand on your shin. Again, if you need the wall for balance, you can use it, or you can lift your hand, slowly let your gaze follow towards that hand. To make it advanced, place the hand behind your left foot. Bend your left knee. Start bringing your body up for warrior two. Square, turn those hips out towards the wall. Reaching your hands opposite ways. Lowering down into that lunge. You might be up here, but eventually we come lower. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. Inhale and exhaling. Feeling your inner thighs working, your pelvic floor is turned on. Strong muscles, strong body. Reverse your warrior. Turn your left palm up to the ceiling. Right hand goes on the leg. Reach it up. Take your time. Inhale and exhale. And come back. And feel the stretch. Left elbow on your left knee. Right hand reaches up and over. Lift these ribs up to the ceiling. Lift. Reach that hand. Turn it back over to a high lunge. And let's step our left foot back to a downward dog. Walk out your downward dog. Twist it. Good. And hold it. And walk the feet in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go to a high half toe. Bend the knees. Good. And go ahead and sit on your sit bones. We're going to go to a reverse tabletop. Place the hands behind you. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are behind your shoulders. Sink into the shoulders. Now lift up. Squeeze the scapulas or shoulder blades together. Really exaggerate that posture. Again, sink. That's where I don't want you to be. That's where a lot of us go in regular life. Go ahead and lift your chest, hips up. Think of lifting your hips higher than your knees. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Again, lifting the hips up. Hands are pushing away from the ground. Shoulder blades are squeezing together. Feel the glutes working. Feel the stomach working. And lower back down. One more time. Lifting up. So before you lift, make sure your posture is right here. Then as you lift, keep your posture there. You're just lifting the hips, trying to lift the hips in line or higher than the knees. But if you're right here, that's okay. If your shoulders are tight and you're here, that's okay. But you want to lift. Sometimes I use fear as a way to teach people. Pretend there's fire underneath your bum. You wouldn't be sinking here. You would be lifting up away from that fire as high as you can and coming down. Close your eyes for 2 to 3 minutes. If you're in your first trimester, second trimester, even third trimester, and you have no pain in your back, you don't get lightheaded if you lay onto your back, go ahead and go onto your side. This is the proper way to get down when you're pregnant. Never roll down like this. You can cause diastasis recti. So go over to the side. Go over to the elbow, lay all the way down, then roll over to your back. Again, this is just for those of who can comfortably lay on your back. Let's go to a happy baby. Carefully bring the knees into the chest. Rock the knees back and forth. Opening the legs, you can hold on to the ankles. You can hold on to the outsides of the feet. Or you can bring your hands through and hold on to the heels. My favorite is the outsides of the feet. And then again, you can hold it here, or you can rock back and forth. Give your lower back a massage. Good. Hug the knees back into the chest. Place the feet on the floor. Open the knees. We're going to go into a reclined butterfly. I love to roll my pants down just a little bit, and I actually like to feel my bump, feel my baby. And so I place my hands on my stomach with no clothes. I like to remove all clothes. Just place my hands on my stomach. Find that connection of my mind and my baby. It relaxes me, it calms me. When I can't fall asleep at night, I'll do this, and I can immediately just turn my mind off and fall asleep. You can end our practice here for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to end it right now just so I can show you how to get up. Bring the legs over to the side. Nearly over to your side. So if you aren't comfortable laying on your back, you could lay right here. Grab a pillow. If you don't want to do a corpse pose or a reclined butterfly, but you still want the benefits of relaxing your body, just go ahead and relax right here. You could do both sides, or you could just do one side. Finding your breath, appreciating your body. Choosing self-love, trust, patience, gratitude for our bodies and for yourself. Go ahead and press all the way up. Very good. And that is how you correctly get up or down from laying down. And you guys are done. Thank you so much for joining.